Mark, you used to be a JV, affiliate manager or a JV recruiter. I know that there's a big need for it. Nobody likes going out and finding affiliates, and becoming a recruiter, you don't have to have a lot of experience, do you? You just kind of need some hustle, right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Shane. I mean, it's not, some people might get intimidated, but it's really not. It goes back to what you said, is you're saving your client's time. And you're basically leveraging their authority in the market. Okay, so you don't need to know anybody. You can just basically say, "Hey, I'm working for Mr. X, and he's got or she's got a launch coming up, and I just want to share the details with you. And if you have any questions, get back to me." And a lot of this is also carried out fairly easily just in the Facebook JV groups. Like, you can go into Facebook and just do a graph search for JV groups, and even if you don't want to be a JV recruiter, I'd highly recommend joining these groups and turning on the notifications, because I guarantee you, once you're in about a dozen of them, every day you're going to see posts coming up about people wanting help. I need swipes. I need somebody to look at my JV page for me. I need somebody to help me promote this launch. Okay. And so again, it comes down to a little bit of hustle, but a lot of this is behind the scenes. A lot of it's within Facebook chat, and a lot of it is relying on the authority of the product launcher themselves.
Yeah, I mean, so let's take them through if you wanted to actually set this up. So I have a launch coming up, Mark. You're a JV recruiter. Okay. You approach me and say, "Hey, I can find you affiliates, and I'll take 10% of the sales the affiliates bring you." And what's great is in Warrior Plus and JV Zoo, I can give Mark his own affiliate link. So when he shares that link with other affiliates, Mark will automatically get 10% directly into his PayPal account. So for me as a product creator, why would I say no to that? Hey, here's a guy who's going to go out and find me people to mail my offer, and then he's automatically going to get 10%. I don't even have to see the money. Mark can go out, PM 100 people and say, "Hey, here's some information about a launch coming up." At the very least, if you go out and build relationships with 100, you're going to have a list you can build, right? So you would keep a list of everybody that's promoted for your Mark, and then you could use that list in the same way and farm it out to other people, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's a huge win-win, right? Because you're bringing in new business for somebody that may not have had the time to hustle it themselves. Mm-hmm. If you go on the percentage route, it's literally no risk to the product vendor, but I will say you take on a bit of risk, because there's sometimes the launch does 1,500 units, and sometimes it does 150. So if you're brand new, as I got started, I mean, I got into percentages down the road, but in the very beginning, I would just charge a flat fee. I'd say, I will manage your launch for you. I will find you this many affiliates, and we'll come up with a fair price, that we can agree upon. And that's that sort of low risk thing that I talked about earlier. But down the road, the real money is made for both partners in the equation when you're working on a percentage basis. Like any good salesperson, I should say, wants to work on 100% commission. And that's how this game is played.
Cool.
So instead of offering your clients just one or two services, you offer them like a package deal where you include the swipes and the copy and everything else?
Yeah, and I mean, you can take it a few steps further. I wouldn't include the copy in that. That's usually outsourced, a separate entity. Good question, though. But you could definitely help out with the swipes. And very often, though, the JV recruiter or the JV manager is somebody who just brings all this together for the product vendor. They say, "Oh, you need swipes? I've got somebody who does those. You need copy? I've got somebody who does that." I'll hustle up all the traffic. Like, I'll get the affiliates, and I'll bring it all together for you. And for that, I work on a percentage or a flat fee.